Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews, movie reviews from a regular dude. Today I'm not doing a review or a reaction. I actually had somebody ask me to explain exactly what I'm doing to lose weight, because since January 31st, I've lost over 30 pounds. So I'm gonna go through, I've written everything down here on my computer, exactly what I've been doing, but I want to open up with saying that you should consult with your physician before starting any diet plan, because I don't claim to know everything. This is just what has worked for me. But this is my 5 steps to how I've done it. Number 1, only leave yourself an 8-hour period out of 24 hours where you can eat anything. This is called intermittent fasting. I've read up on it and I've watched some videos on it. For instance, if you wake up at 9 a.m. and eat something, you don't eat anything more after 5 p.m. And it's really not that hard, because for 8 hours you should be sleeping. And it doesn't matter if you consume all your daily calories in once or if you spread it out over the 8-hour period. Just know that if you consume it all at once, you're going to have longer to go before you can eat anything. After you go 16, one of the benefits of this is after you go 16 hours without eating any food, it boosts your metabolism so you can burn fat a lot quicker. Now, I believe that even if you keep your calorie intake low, you're still going to lose weight, but this has made me lose it quicker by doing this. And another benefit is going that long without eating, it shrinks your stomach so that when you do eat, you don't need to eat as much. You get really full really fast. And so it's really easy to keep within your daily calories. Number 2, now like I said, this is just for me. I think it kind of depends on how heavy you are to start with, but I only eat between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a day. In fact, most of the time I keep it 1,500 to 1,200, 1,200 to 1,500 in that area. I try not to go over 1,500, but sometimes I do. And this is just a number I follow. And the way this works is if you consume 2,000 calories per day, but you burn 2,500 calories per day every single day, you will lose about 1 pound every week, from what I've read on it. So if you were to consume 2,000 calories per day every day, but you burn 3,000 calories every day, that would be about 2 pounds per week, and so on. Number 3, eat high density foods. Now this is really important, I think. Like for instance, and this is what I figured out, 1 cup of broccoli is about 30 calories, where 1 cup of potato chips is about 135 calories. So 4.5 cups of broccoli will fill you up more than 4.5 cups of potato chips, and you'll only consume 135 calories versus over 600 calories for those potato chips. Now, I don't know about you, but I can eat a whole bag of potato chips and still not really be full. So, and that's well over 1,000 calories right there, well over. And if you eat carbohydrates, you should eat them for your first meal, because it will help give you energy to get through the day, and protein for your last meal. I personally haven't been eating any fruit, but I'm not saying that you can't. But I'm not a big fruit person to start with, so I haven't been eating any fruit. And here's a list of some good vegetables that you could eat. Broccoli, spinach, green beans, cabbage, carrots, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers, tomatoes, and potatoes with no butter or sour cream. Now you can get away with it by buying some stuff called butter buds. It's in the spice section in the grocery store, and you just sprinkle it on there and it gives it a little bit of flavor. You can also use any kind of like a seasoning salt or a garlic salt or onion salt or anything like that. That's all fine. I've read that, well, they've always said that if you're diabetic that you shouldn't eat potatoes, but I heard that that's a myth. I've read up a little bit on that also, and I've also watched some videos on it. And there's actually a diet called the potato diet that people have lost a lot of weight. And the way the research says is that if you boil the potatoes and then after you boil them, you refrigerate them, it eliminates most of the resistant starch that's in the potatoes, which is bad for the diabetics. So, and then the more you could take them out and reheat them, and then when you put the remainder back into the refrigerator again, it will eliminate even more of the resistant starch that's in there. So I have been eating potatoes, and they aren't that high in calories anyway, but I don't have diabetes. So, and then number 4, here's some foods to stay away from that I haven't been eating. Bread. I have had a little bit of it. In the first 2 months, I probably ate maybe 3 or 4 slices of bread is all. So pretty much none. Milk, I haven't had any milk. Anything fried in oil, you shouldn't eat. I haven't been eating pasta. And I eliminated mayonnaise, which was a big thing for me because I would have a sandwich and lots of mayonnaise on it. But I've eliminated mayonnaise and I replaced it with ketchup and mustard, which basically has no calories at all. And no soda pop. Now, I have been having maybe 1 a week, but that's about it. But you shouldn't have any soda pop. I also read, though, that not to deny yourself because, for instance, I have a weakness for Reese's peanut butter cups. So a pack of 4 of them has about 400 calories. So 1 Reese's cup has 100 calories. So if I was to eat a pack of 4 of them, I would just count that towards my calories for the day, and I still wouldn't go over like 1,500 to 2,000 calories for the day. Probably 1,500. And what I would do is I would probably fill up on vegetables for the rest of my meals for that day. But I haven't really done that a whole lot. Maybe once or twice a week. And you don't need to just follow this perfectly. This is just what has worked for me. Maybe if you have a hard time with it, the first week, just cut out bread and go from there. And then the next week, you can cut out milk along with the bread. Then the next week, you can cut out anything fried in oil, so on and so on. And one more thing I should mention, I am still consuming salt, but if you can, that is something you should cut out. You can buy the no salt, and I do have some of that for when the salt's gone. I'm going to start using that, but I don't use a lot of it. I don't use a lot of salt anyway. But some of the things I've been eating, I'll go through that also. I love cream of mushroom soup. So what I've been doing is one can of the low sodium, low fat cream of mushroom soup is about 150 calories. So I would take 2 cans of that, and then I dump a can of spinach into it. Now a whole can of spinach is about 110 calories. So there's 410 calories right there. And then I just cook that. So you're having a cream of spinach mushroom soup. And I put it in a cup myself and I just drink it. And I love it. It's really, really filling. After I've had that, I really don't want to eat anything else. Another thing that I've been doing is the frozen vegetables at the grocery store. I buy the big family size bags because they are very low in calories. Like the big thing the big family size bag of broccoli, and it's in a little bit of light butter sauce, is only 300 calories for the whole bag. Now, if you can eat that whole bag, you're a better person than I am, because I can't. I can't eat the whole thing before I'm so full I can't hardly move. Now, maybe it's because I have cut my calorie intake so low that I get full a lot quicker, and because of the intermittent fasting. But I want to close with saying that, again, consult with your physician before you start any diet plan. And I don't claim to know everything. This has just worked for me. So if this helps anybody, I really hope it does. Let me know in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and when you subscribe, tap that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. See you next time. Yeah!